Welcome friends to Made with Love. My name is Treasure and I am so excited. We have spindles here, we have yarn, material, we're gonna make bunting. We've got transfers and stamps from IOD. We're gonna break out our DIY paint because you know how much I love that. And guess what? After we are done here, you even get to join some of my friends from Sonnet's creative group. I'm part of a collab today and they're building snowmen too. So grab a cup of cocoa, cozy up, and let's get to creating.
So for project number 1 today, we're going to start out with this cute little trio of spindle snowmen. And here we're just going to go ahead and attach the spindles to some square pieces of wood that will help them stand. And then 2 of the spindles had, they were shaped to where it looked like the little snowman had a face, but one wasn't. So here I'm just putting this wood ball, it's like one of those wood beads that you can get at Hobby Lobby, on top of the third one. And then we're going to go ahead and put together their little cutie top hats, and I'm just using washers and then these spools. They're wood spools you can get from Hobby Lobby, or if you actually had some empty thread spools, that would be perfect too. I'm using E6000 and then some hot glue for a quick hold. And we're just going to put all of these pieces together and then get them painted. And now that we have everything glued together, we're going to come in with one good coat of DIY paint. This is White Swan, and one of the best things about DIY paint is it's highly pigmented. So oftentimes you can get away with just one coat, which in this case, even though I was painting some raw wood and some already painted wood, all I needed was one good coat. So after our first coat, I took a little bit of DIY's paint frosting additive and mixed it in with that White Swan. It just thickens the paint up a little bit and gives it kind of like a snow effect. So I'm just dabbing that here on the bottom, and then I'm going to cover that with glitter just to kind of give it a little extra sparkle. Now we're going to come in and paint our top hats with DIY paint and Little Black Dress. And here you can see that that paint will stick to metal and it sticks to wood as well. So we're just going to give this one good coat, and then we'll come back in with a top coat of liquid patina to seal that paint in. Now that everything's painted and dried, we're just going to go ahead and assemble our cutie little snowmen and give them each their own character. I do like using a combo of E6000 and hot glue when I'm trying to do the permanent hold but want to go ahead and get working, so that hot glue comes in handy for that temporary hold. And here I'm just taking some little black jewels that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby a while back, and I'm gonna use those for the coal eyes of the snowman, and then also his little coal buttons down the front of him. So go ahead and enjoy watching the rest of the assembly of these cute little snowmen. As I was finishing this guy up, I just felt like they needed a little something extra, so I took out my ribbon buff and went around the edges of their little top hats and then here and there down the spindle just to give it a little pop. For project number 2, I just thought it was a fun idea to make a snowman out of this little bottle. I don't know, do you guys ever finish a drink at home and then just really love the shape of the bottle and think, I wonder what I could do with this? So I end up saving those bottles, sometimes too many of them. And this guy kind of had a snowman shape to him. So here I'm just filling his bottom like maybe third up with the faux snow that you can get from the craft store, or you can probably get it on Amazon too. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach the little wood ball for a head. And then once we get all of this together, I'm going to take that DIY paint frosting and I'm going to mix it with white swan to get that snowy paint texture that we had in the first project. And then I'm going to go in and completely cover his head and maybe go down the bottle about a third. And the goal here is to kind of leave a small gap between the faux snow that's on the inside and then the painted snow that's on the outside, just to give it a little bit of interest and whimsy. Now that our little guy's body is all done, we're going to make him a little hat. So you can see behind my hands here that I had taken a toilet paper roll and cut it up into little pieces. And then I'm just taking some yarn and using that square wood just to help me with the length of the yarn so that all of the pieces are even. And then I'm just going to take them piece by piece and do like a little slip knot around the rolls. And then once you go all the way around, you'll take all those pieces of yarn and push them through to the other side. I took a little baby elastic band to hold those together, and then you can kind of see the shape of the hat forming now. So then you just cut that off and it just looks like a cute little fluffy on top of a little knitted hat for our little snowman. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull him together here. We'll glue his hat on and make him a scarf, and then get him his buttons and his cutie little face. So in case you don't have any jewels laying around, for this guy, I just took out a marker. It's just like a Sharpie paint pen, but I suppose you could probably use a regular Sharpie. And I just dotted his little eyes in. And then I took some of the DIY Summer Crush paint at the tip of a little stylus, and I'm just gonna draw in his little nose. And now to add a little sparkle and shine, I've got my Merry and Bright tinsel gilded transfer set, and I am on the hunt for some little snowflakes. So here I found my snowflakes, and I'm going to cut them out and apply them to the glass. And I know I talk about this in most of my videos when I use this transfer, but I've heard people are afraid to use these tinsel transfers, and I just don't want you to be, because they actually go on beautifully. You just need to be a little more gentle with them than a regular transfer, and then you'll see here I'll start lifting the side as I'm applying the transfer, and it just helps to separate it from its carrier sheet. And then you take the backing it came on and you just burnish it down, and there you go, it's on there. And I just thought, if I'm honest, these were like the icing on top of the cake for this little guy. I just thought that that really finished him off. I hope you like him. So for project number 3, how about we keep it simple and we make an adorable little snowman ornament using these great little wood rounds, that paint mixture to look like snow, and then you can grab some of those half beads made out of wood from Amazon as well. You just put 3 sizes together, and here's a simple little adorable snowman. My husband helped me put a little eye hook in so that he would have something to hang from. I think we're going to give him a little scarf, and then at the end we'll add a little sparkle. So if you follow me from the beginning, you might remember we made this glass glitter out of crushed ornaments in a previous video. If not, go back and check it out. Here we're just going to sprinkle that around the edge, and this adorable ornament is complete. Look at how cute he is. Project number 4 is another simple wood snowman. So we're taking these 3 wood spheres, and we drilled a hole in the middle of them, and then we're just gonna stack them, and we're gonna make a Mr. and Mrs. Snowman. So for our little Mrs. Snow person, we're going to go ahead and take some of this gold yarn and then some of this white yarn, and we're cutting it to the right length, and then we're going to take 1 piece of the white and 2 pieces of the gold because it's really thin, and together we're going to loop them around one of those little cardboard tubes, and we'll just go all the way around the tube again. You remember how we made the first hat? It's exactly the same. We'll just go all the way around, and then we're gonna create her a cute little hat. And since she had her sparkly gold hat, I thought just a simple white scarf and then adding a few strands of that golden would do the trick for her little scarf. So here, we're just having fun. You can do it however you want. You can use whatever colors you want. This is just what I had and what I did. Don't forget to be creative with what you're using, because this is just a little knob and it happened to look like a top hat to me. So here we're just taking that glue mixture for the long hold and then the temporary hold, and we're going to attach it to his little head, and we have a cute little snowman couple. What do you think? All right, and you have made it all the way to project number 5 with me. Thank you so much for sticking around. Here we're going to use that awesome IOD stamp set called Frosty's Sweet Shop. And I'm really excited to use this with you guys today, because I think oftentimes we think of these stamp sets for maybe like paper or wood or, you know, framed art or something, but they're so versatile, and today we're going to use them on fabric. So here I'm just getting the surface of my new stamps ready to accept ink, and it helps to go ahead and give it just a quick little sand just to open those pores up, and then that way the ink will stick to it really well. And then, I don't know, have you guys ever done the masking with these stamps? I just think it's brilliant that they come with them. I love how now the new ones have like a printed mask, so you can actually see the design and they're easier to work with. We're going to use the mask for the candy canes because we're going to layer them. If you've been afraid of using masking, this is a great project for you to try first off because it's super simple. And here we're just cutting out our fabric in the shape of the flags that I want. I'm using this cute flag shape, but you can always use like the triangle or the scalloped edge, whatever you want. This is what we're choosing this time, and I wanted to do a layered look. So you'll notice I have the smaller ones, which are these not printed ones that are going to go up front, we're going to stamp on. And then for behind those, I chose this cute printed fabric that I just thought it was really cute because it kind of represented a little bit of everything that we're going for in this bunting. So I'm just taking my fabric now, and we're going to go ahead and ink up our stamps. I do use the IOD permanent ink. I love it because it is permanent, so you can stamp onto fabric and it will be permanent. You could even wash it. I heat set mine to be sure, but it's such a great product. So you're just gonna go down with your stamp, hold it with one hand, and then just kind of move around on the stamp. Make sure you're pressing in all of the different places so you get a really good impression. And so here we're going to go down with what will be the top candy cane in our layered look. And then you'll see I'm going to go ahead and clean my stamp off to make sure that ink doesn't stick. And then I'm taking out my mask and just covering that first candy cane. Then I'm going to take the opposite candy cane. This stamp set comes with 2, so this one is facing the opposite direction. And I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to go right over that mask. And you'll see when I pull the mask out where they cross, the one that we stamped first looks like it's on the front. Whereas if I didn't use the mask, you would have gotten like a muddied up cross. So look at how great that is. It's so simple. I hope you try it. And then we're going to go ahead and heat set this ink. And then I'm just going to take that top edge and fold it down. Oftentimes I will take this to my sewing machine and sew, but I didn't want it to be a limited project if you don't sew. So here I'm just actually using fabric glue in my little glue gun and folding this down. And then I'm going to put all these together and we will have the most adorable little snowman bunting.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's projects. I had so much fun. I just love creating with you. If you saw any supplies that you're interested in purchasing, go check our website out. That really helps us out as we're starting our little business. And again, thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey. We are over 2,000 subscribers now.
You guys are great. Thank you.
It's so cool. So don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, it means so much to us. Go ahead and subscribe. We love to hear from you. So leave us a comment of what you enjoyed or what you want to see next. Here, what was your favorite today?
Oh, my favorite was easy. It was the Spindle snowmen. I really like these guys. They're really cool. It's the top hats that gets me. It's kind of like that Ebenezer Scrooge vibe with the top hat. And she used metal washers. You can't hear them clink, but they're clinking.
Yeah, that was really fun. I have to say my favorite was the bunting, just because it's so relaxing. And what I love about the bunting is, even though a lot of times I do sew, today we did this with just hot glue. They make hot glue for fabric, and then our IOD products, which I just love how versatile they are. You can use them on material, wood, glass, anything. So it's so fun.
So
okay.
fun. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, babe, like, do you have plans right now?
No plans.
Okay, great. Let me grab something. So I got you a cup of hot cocoa.
Oh, yay.
And
oh, look,
I also got myself.
Or mug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to cozy up and watch my friends' videos on snowmen?
Yeah, let's check out see who's coming next.
Okay. Oh, and don't forget, you were made with love.
So go out and change the world.
Bye, guys.